I don't know if you guys remember me talking about all the snakes and stuff in the yard, like the racers. I think this is the baby one. I don't know if you can see him right there. He is right there on that branch. Right up there. I'm going to try to point with my finger here. Right there. See where the tip of my finger is? He's right up there. Try to move in so you can get a good look at him. If I go too close, he's going to freak out. He's kind of sunning himself. He's at the Camp Freedom, you know, in Walter's yard here. He sees me already. This one's probably about 3.5 feet, so it's not the big one. But you can kind of spot them because they're kind of blackish, and they have a white underbelly, which make people mistake them for the moccasins. But that may be the same one. Actually, this one looks like it's about 4 feet. About 3.5, 4 feet tall, long. Now he's actually faster than I am, so if he wanted me, he could get to me like right away. But I think this was the same one that was up in the tree the other day. You know, when I was there looking at it. I'll show you what he looks like if I can get in real close here without actually going in close to him. But that's what the snake looks like, the racers. And you can see his body is like, he's actually right here and curled all the way down and looped. So he's kind of big. Zoom out so it doesn't shake so much here. There we go. That is the Florida racer. And he just seems to be out here sunning himself because it's a hot day. It is evening. And this place is full of snakes. I don't know. I hope my wife doesn't see this video because she freaks out over snakes. And this is like the 3rd snake I've seen in a few days. I know he sees me. He's just sitting there checking me out while I check him out. Beautiful snake. Extremely fast. Okay, he's getting ready to move. There he goes. He's trying to determine if I'm a threat or not, if I'm going to do anything to him. Now, the racers are super fast, but from what I was reading, they typically use their speed to run away, not to go towards prey. They don't use it to catch something, they use it to get away. And supposedly, you know, they usually don't bite humans unless you molest them, you know, you do something to them. So I'm not planning on doing anything to him. He's got his tongue out, he's trying to sniff and trying to determine if I'm friend or foe. And he's trying not to move because he doesn't know if I'm friend or foe. But he's starting to move now, even though he knows I'm here. So he's... Oh, there goes Mr. Squirrel. Did you see the Mr. Squirrel there hopping around? Yeah, Walter's yard is full of all sorts of wildlife. I mean, we got the acrobatic squirrel there in the background. We have Mr. Snake over here, right here in the foreground. And over at the tree over there, we have all the lizards in Lizard City and the king lizard himself. The neighbor's dogs and butterflies, and I think there's cardinals that fly around here. So Walter's kind of blessed, you know. You can come out here and see wildlife. I think I've seen more wildlife here than I saw when I was at the yurt. I saw a couple snakes like this one. They're all over the place. They are like all over Florida, especially around this area here. Yeah, he appears to just be trying to stay warm, you know. They're cold-blooded, so believe it or not, snakes freak me out, you know. I think he might be trying to come in to smell me. Still not sure if I'm friend or foe. I don't want him to come smell me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave him alone. Let him go about his business, but my wife would want me to get rid of him, but you know, keeps sticking his tongue out. He's going, la, 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 la. Hello. Hello, Mr. Snake. How are you? I don't know if snakes can hear or not. I think they have ears. No sudden movements. I do want him to know I'm not going to hurt him. But I also don't want to be too friendly to him because I don't want him coming up. You know, my wife will be out here doing gardening and then he comes up on her. Totally freak her out. So he thinks she's friendly. He knows I'm friendly. I'm not going to do anything to hurt him. But I don't want him coming up on my wife and my kids. They may, Nick probably wouldn't freak out, but my daughter and my wife, they might freak out. Well, I hope you have a good night, Mr. Snake. It was nice to see you. I am going to be getting rid of that tree, so you're gonna have to find another home, okay? I'm sorry. And even this area, I will probably have to clear out. I was hoping to burn this wood to cook, but you can see how many cooking episodes we did out here. Haven't really had a chance. I might try to do at least one or two before we leave. I never really had a chance to come out here and enjoy the camp at night here. Now knowing that there are snakes out here, I'm not so sure I want to be sitting out here at night. I can just imagine my wife being out here and the snake decides to come up on her. But yeah, lots of wildlife here and very interesting yard Walter has. Yeah, this is the section that I was clearing. My plan, it looks almost like a little walk path. But my plan is to kind of cut that and make sure it's all dead and cut more of those branches. And try to let the branches all die off because we know that Lizard King lives back there. So we want to make it so that Lizard King can slowly, because he moves really slow. I don't know if you saw that video with the Lizard King. He moves extremely, almost excruciatingly slow. But I want to slowly kill the parts of the tree that are still alive so that Lizard King can slowly find a new home. You know, in all this greenery out here. Hopefully he wasn't dependent on that tree. Same with all the lizards. They've all had a chance to kind of move out. There's still some that are here. They come out to visit me every so often to take a look and show their little, you see how they have like the little baby one here. So they come out to check me out, and sometimes they show the thing under their belly, you know, the throat. They go bloop bloop, and they flash that red thing, the red orange underbelly puffer thingy, either to intimidate me or to impress me with their colorful throat. But most of them are gone now because most know that the city is going away. But I do believe that snake does live here. There he goes. He's slithering away into the. He just slithered down into this grass over here. So he's made his way down there, and he's probably going to slither across this yard here, back to the tree. And that's who I'm trying to be careful of when I'm back there. I don't really want to kill the snake. I definitely want to get bitten by him because even though they're not poisonous, they do bite if you scare them, or if you have to step on them or something, they probably bite. And of course there may be other snakes back here too. The green ones, they're vipers, yeah. Those green vipers, they also exist, and there's a high probability that they could be in this tree or in this area somewhere. Lots of snakes. You know, this is kind of overgrowth here. It's could be a home for snakes. My wife is trying to remove all this for me, but I told her to leave it because I'm going to move all this after I weed whack all this, because I don't even want to reach down there because that's just asking to get bitten by a snake. So, very nice backyard Walter has. Lots of wildlife, and hopefully when he gets here, He'll be able to put up a new fence and kind of enjoy his little backyard here. I've evened out most of the ground. I don't know if you guys saw the episodes where I was hauling dirt off and filling the holes here. So the ground looks pretty even. Before it was all like bumpy and stuff because of a root system being ripped up. So, and we trimmed off some trees that were growing into the pavilion, the gazebo itself. So it's been stabilized now. And although this, Walter, if you're watching this video, your pavilion is tilting on its side. So I don't know if there's a sinkhole right there or something. So this pavilion might need to be jacked up and more bricks put underneath to stabilize it. Because it's about like 2 or 3 inches lopsided. Like tilting this way towards me right now. I don't know if you saw the giant lizard there. It was not the king, but one of the big lizards. Some of you are wondering about my wife's gardens. This is kind of how we're growing some of the stuff in these plastic containers here. And we do have sober grown here, but we have the tomato plant here that was producing tomatoes. And these are pepper plants from some pepper seeds that we planted. Lots of tomatoes. I don't even know what some of this stuff is here. But she's also got an avocado plant growing, and I think this is the avocado over here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's that one or this one. I think it's this one that's the avocado. So Walter, with any luck, you might have an avocado plant. Unless we dig it up and take it with us. I don't know. I don't know. These are my wife's plants, so I don't know what her plan is. There's also aloe here, which is actually a very good medicinal medicine, which you might hear more of from me. But this is an aloe plant, and we have a nice papaya plant growing right here. So that's just kind of a quick preview of Walter's yard. Grass was just cut very recently, and you can see it's overgrowing again. It's almost like you have to cut it twice a week because it's been raining so much. Well, I hope you liked the preview of Walter's yard and all the animals that were here. Thank you all for tuning in. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, everyone. Take care now.